Hey Spuddies, potatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as the Khmer, and we are having a great time. We are in a heroic age. The invasion of Russia is going swimmingly, and this invasion shall continue. Yes, it shall. The one question I have for myself, that is, hello me, hi me, would I like to recruit more settlers and settle more cities? Probably not. I'll let this develop into a city-state. I would like this to develop into a city-state as well. So probably a good chunk of my gold will be going to, trying to level those guys up. I mean, that city can do whatever it wants. We are going to start making moves. We're going to start moving and shaking and moving in the direction of the Russian cities. Get those apostles up. Missionary in range. And we've got a lot of stuff we need to kind of knock out of the park here. In particular, things like theater squares. It's about time I started getting my theater squares. I've been delaying my theater squares for a long time, but it's about time I got them. And so I'll start probably laying down the groundwork for theater squares now. Get a theater. Oh, hello! I found the Eye of the Sahara, and we found King Arthur too. Very cool. We're getting a theater square over in Angkor Wat. Sending envoys to city-states Kumasi. Nice to meet ya. We got Suzerainty of Kumasi, who hilariously gave me Himiko. They were over here. Ooh. That's where the Eye of Sahara was. If only the Niter wasn't here, I could have turned this into a very cool preserve city. That would have been very neat. There is some potential down here for a couple cities, and the loyalty ain't too bad. If I could maybe get like a naval unit, like a caravel or two to escort some settlers. Yeah. Let me see. Where do I have a naval unit nearby somewhere, right? Oh yeah, here we go. If you can get over here and get turned into a caravel, maybe I could, shunt over a few settlers here, get control of this little Zealandia island. Boosh, step up, shoot the city. We're only barely doing damage now with some of these guys. It is kind of necessary to actually convert the city, but that takes a little bit of work. Cracking out a bunch of builders here, which makes me happy. And Moksha is established. Yes. Okay, let's get the dam. Skadoosh. You can delete this pin now. Let's get the industrial zone in here. Skididdloosh. Very nice industrial zone. And we'll hold off. We'll probably buy another district next turn. In the meantime, get a stupa. Right, I reckon Lingapura has 1-2 districts, so I can place 2 more. I reckon we just throw down an entertainment complex and a theater square. Yeah, entertainment complex. Boosh, theater square. Boosh. Done. We're done. Ugh, there's a goddamn galley here. Well, you know what? I'll buy a quadrireme. I'll do it. I have the gold. I'm not happy to do it, but I will do it. Alright, he really wants peace, but I really like being at war. So I will not oblige. Right, step forward with Hippolyta. You come forward. You come... Oh, I need to refresh you first. Then you come forward. Then you shoot. Then you shoot. Then you come forward as well. Slowly chip away at that city. You come up this way. Convert. Convert. There we go. You head down this way. Buy ourselves another... Well, I want to use that faith in my capital, actually. So we might just grind this out normally. Let's get that aqueduct. Boosh. That's going to give +2 food to these 2 farms. We got our aqueduct. I reckon we buy an entertainment complex and a theater square in here somewhere. Not sure where exactly. Probably put them on these 2 tiles, to be honest. It'll be fine. Ooh, a grove. The appeal isn't good enough over here to justify a grove, I don't think. So instead, I'm probably going to start just retooling this land in the late game for maybe some... words are hard. Some things. You know the things that take appeal. National parks, that's the one. Got the possibility now of getting some turtles buffed. Or not turtles buffed. That's the word I'm looking for. A thing that you do science with. A corporation, a science corporation. Potential for that. Oh, taking some damage. There's mausoleum. Oh yes. Okay, this is incredible. This city right here, we just got civil engineering too, which means we want to change a card real quick. Skadoosh, right? There is the public works. Still got Republican legacy plugged in. Oh, I should totally reset my government, grab naval tradition so I can plug in limes. People keep crying about. They keep crying that I say it wrong. Listen, okay? We don't say octopodes, even though it's a Greek word. We say octopodes, right? Limes... In English, it's pronounced limes, not limes, right? Despite the fact that it's a Latin word, it's limes. And you will never change my mind, okay? Let's buy the lighthouse so the city will continue to grow. I mostly want to work these coastal tiles in here. So, like, stay big, mad, etc. About it. the fact that I'm doing it. I'm going to gold purchase that shipyard. So I'll just work on these things. Groundbreaker. Well, I may as well assign him over to Nizhny Novgorod. Speaking of which, I don't know who built the Etamanki, whatever it's called. Let's pick up the science here on Pingala. That's Pingala's job, is to produce science for me in this game. I will get the culture one as well. But, I mean, like, look at the amount of science. The yields you get from your population when you're playing the Civ is actually quite disgusting. Yields extra health. You shoot. You encourage. You move. You promote. Expert crew. Not that we need it when you're playing with Domries. Pillage. Pillage. Need another missionary or two. Let's get a missionary. Let's do it. In here, man, I kind of want to chop these tiles. Let's faith purchase the builder first, and then chop, and then buy the district. Yeah, this may as well be the science city. So we'll get the turtle industry here. We'll chop you, and then you are going to work on the entertainment square. Chop you. Boom, one turn. Happy days. Is this where I want my olive industry? I don't think so. I think I'd actually like my olive industry in Lingapura, so I'll head over there to see if I can get that online. No, my Domri, they killed it. Those jerks. So Domries are starting to fall off a little bit, which is understandable, because they're so strong for so long. I'm going to bring you down here, I'm going to kind of abandon the siege of Yaroslavl instead. Instead, I'm going to move on Tula. I think Tula to Bula, the Tula is where we go. See if we can't make a difference here. Can you almost kill this courser? You can. Okay, you will shoot the city. You will make him attack again. You will shoot the city. You will attack that courser. Nice. Let's head towards natural history and conservation so that we can do powerful things. And now that we have industrialization, we want to go straight for flight. But yeah, I got a phone call, and I don't remember what I was talking about when I was playing the game. All right, that memory is just gone. Okay, it's just gone. Whatever existed where that memory was, it's just gone. It is gone. Now the cool thing is, because I'm killing Russia, they were my my number one opponent, culturally at least. But now it's about Vietnam. Vietnam are my number one enemy, and her science is only half my science, so I could kill her too and win a culture victory. Like, it's an option. I could just murder my way to a culture victory. It certainly sounds kind of efficient, although it has some inherent inefficiencies. I'll admit that. Russia's still begging me for peace, begging me for peace. Okay, they're not getting peace. There's no peace for Russia. Russia, don't you know that your nation was built to suffer? Right, pop in here. We yeet this boy. We condemn that heretic. We convert this city. You move here. Wake this bad boy up. You step forward. You retreat. Shoot the city again. Hitting the city doesn't do much because it's not converted. Yeah, I don't know. We're making progress. Ooh, I'm gonna take Nagazagarmu. Yoinky, yoinky, yoink. I only have to put 2 in there, and I get them. They are mine. Nagazagarmu are all the way over here. Hello, hello, hello. That's upwards of a 60% discount on my unit production if I build an encampment, which is very nice, at least in terms of gold. All right, probably time to purchase myself a settler here. 500 faith to get that city up. Not too bad. Any room for more of the horse? Ooh, I could settle this little peninsula. Grab myself another spicy boy. I do love myself some spicy boy. Harar. A lot of luxuries out in the ocean here, man. La luxuries. La luxuries. Is it worth getting the spices? Do I already have spices? Am I close to getting like a monopoly at all? Diamonds, maybe. Citrus could be doable. Olives, unlikely. Pearls, very unlikely. There's 31 pearls on the map. Although, to be fair, it seems like most of the pearls on the map are like here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can get 11 pearls pretty easily. I had a small allergy attack, okay? While I was on the phone. And I rubbed my eye a little bit, and now my eye is like condensating on my glasses because it's like, I don't know what it is. It's just producing liquid, and it feels like there's something stuck in my eye, and it's really not a pleasant feeling. No matter what I do, I can't like change it. I think there's like just some pollen in there, and it's just like, haha, I'm in your eye now. How's the city not converted? I have pumped so much fucking missionary juice into here. Oh no, I accidentally pillaged. No, I guess I can pillage for faith. Maybe that's not worth it. I don't know, we'll think about it. Pop in here, shop out the stupa, come in here, faith purchase, the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we faith purchased the theater square. Skadoosh. We get to work on the amphitheater. I forgot to change my government. I'm just gonna wait. I forgot to change my government again. Harvest this. Theater square built. Amphitheater it is. You head over here. Elefante, come to the front line. Oh my god, wait. What did you kill? Did you kill my man-at-arms? Ow. Took a lot of damage. It's these goddamn trebuchets. These trebuchets should be illegal, okay? It's pretty hard to grind our way through these cities now at this point. I'll admit that. To be fair, that's not my fault. Get those turtles online. Maybe a harbor? It's definitely time. Chop or not, probably time to get the holy site up. But since we're heading towards conservation, it's probably walls time as well. Balls to the walls sort of thing. Maybe harbor? No. Walls, 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 walls. Get those walls, please. Chop out that amphitheater. Get the archaeological museum. Faith purchase the entertainment complex. Skadoosh. Look at this city. Fully built. We can even get another district. What the hell do I even buy? Commercial hub makes sense, to be honest. I may have a small pea-sized ape brain, owing to the fact that I'm a descendant of Homo erectus, or whatever it's called. Erectus? That was like a thing that the villagers in Age of Empires used to say. What the hell do I get in here for a district? I gotta find somewhere inside my insane ramblings where I gotta build a thing. Commercial hub. Ooh, there's a +2 over here. You know what? I'm taking the +2 commercial hub. Boosh. Oh wait, no, I said I wouldn't build a commercial hub in my capital. I'm all over the place today, boys. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Is this Civ? Did Sid Meier descend from heaven and bestow upon us the game of ages? Also known as civilization? Something? Wait, convert. Still not a conversion. Spend your money, do it. Buy that. Buy it. Oh, I think Beowulf was just murdered. Oh, he was. Awesome. Hooray. He probably deserved it. TBH. Industrialization, colonialism. We got industrialization, which is cool. We can start factories. Everyone likes factories, except for like those pesky environmentalists. What do they want to do? Save the world? That sounds like some nerd shit. Might pop up here. Give the city a good shot. I'm rotating my elephants in and out of combat. It's probably not a good way to do things. Ideally, you want them all to engage in combat roughly at the same time. Man, do I want to be Susan of Zanzibar, but I'm not Susan of Zanzibar. But these walls, these cities, Renaissance walls. Oh my god. I hate that when you kill a city, the walls get deleted. I'm just going to say that again, right? It's not my favorite game mechanic. Convert. Wow, this city is resilient. All right, let's get ourselves a couple of those missionaries to see if we can't finish the job. I don't know what you guys want down here. Hire a musketman. That barb camp got cleared, sadly. Oh, that's not fair. Imagine hiring the musketman, then clearing the barb camp with it. Let's not do that, but it's a funny meme. I think I'm going to harvest the sheep here, because sheep are just objectively worse than a mine. And yeah, this is where I wanted my olives industry. Thank you. And I think this is... I should probably spend a little bit of time actually planning what I'm doing in this area. So like if we look at the Empire map mode, man, you really didn't build these on... At least this one's on a river, I guess. That kind of sucks. I could do this one's on the river. I could get an aqueduct in here. I may just use this area for tourism. I think that's what's going to happen here. I need to start fighting for Antananarivo because it's giving way too much culture to Batriu, and she has suzerainty of it right now. You know what? If I do this right, can't put a national park there. That's devastating because that's exactly what I was planning on doing. I was going to do a meme. I was going to put a national park there, and a national park there, but that won't work. So instead, I could put a national park here. So if a national park is going there, well, here's an okay spot for a preserve national park, maybe somewhere here. Problem is I can't get the appeal of these tiles up, so that's probably dead. But if I harvest all this stuff, I can use forest buffers to do what I want. So preserve there. Yeah, so I know what I'm doing with this land. I'm just going to do a bunch of harvesting to force grow that city. I'm going to buy my luxuries. Sounds like a good deal. Oh, I forgot to vote higher on this. 2 diplomatic victory points. Dido is maybe running away with the game on the diplomatic front. Oh, never mind. She's only got 4. She's not doing that great. All right, let's wake this bad boy up. Shoot the city again. I actually need Beowulf. Hold on. Baby, come back. I need him to go in there and start deleting some of these units. Convert. All right, we did it. We will keep this city of Kazan. It's now in my loyalty. Granary Watermill. We'll help you out later. Ancient walls. Ancient walls. It's time to start building walls. Oh my god, I forgot again to plug in the walls card. At this point, we eat the cost, right? Chivalry is gone. Plug in limes. We've already had the debate about how it's pronounced. I will turn this civilization let's play around, okay? I will. If you got no walls, you got no balls. So build your walls in your city halls. That's right, it's a little folk song that I made up right here, right now, just for you. So I got this caravel in position now, which is fantastic. So I'll be able to start mooching out a few settlers to sneak on over to Kumasi Island. I reckon I could get three reasonable cities in here. 2 good cities and 3 reasonable cities. And when you're making cities, reasonable is all you need. You should be able to tell that based on New York. Take that city I've never really been in. Alright, delete this guy. There's a knight there. Shoot. I just need to break the walls, okay? That's all that needs to happen. You wake this lad up. He'll shoot again. Break that knight's spirit. Convert the city. Ah, yes. Skadoosh. 'Tis my city now. Kill him. Would be nice to have musketmen, but I never unlocked it. I was going to buy a shipyard somewhere, and I have absolutely no idea where that was. Oh, it was here, because this is working all the ocean tiles. So if I buy the shipyard in here, boosh, city now has... That was not the city that I wanted to have selected. Did I really just buy the shipyard in the wrong city? I bought the shipyard in the wrong city. How did I have this city selected? Oh my god! What is happening? What is happening? Did I really just do that? Hang on. This isn't a save scum. I just want to know. Hang on. Let me save it here. What is happening? Can we get like an action replay on what I just did? Did I actually just click on the wrong city there? Yeah, apparently I just clicked on this city and bought a shipyard in here for no reason. All right, whatever. Let's load back up the bad timeline. All right. Well, let's use this caravel to shoot this guy. Archaeological museum, commercial hub. Yeah. Ooh, I think ancient walls. Walls. Did I never place that holy site, or did I just never chop it? I think I never chopped it. That's what happened. I'm gonna confuse myself there for a second. 11 turn on that holy site. Very nice. More walls. There's lots of walls. Lots of walls. Settle this city. Delete this. Where is you? Moksha? More like mock. Yeah. It's not funny, potato. It's actually a really gross joke you just made there. It's not even, it doesn't even make sense. Why am I roasting myself over a bad joke that doesn't even make sense? Okay? This is what happens when you play Civ on your own for too long. You start being both sides of the conversation. And you know what? That's when you know you got to maybe start considering packing it in. Is when you're both sides of a conversation. Woo! You gotta... I don't know what you gotta do, but it's something. You can murk that boy. This city no longer has walls. I forgot to use Hippolyta's command, but that's okay. Medieval walls, ancient walls, medieval walls. You level up. I may as well get movement. Why not? City is converted. Shoot that boy. Just harvesting all the fog. You're retreating because I don't want to actually clear that camp. I just wanted to get rid of all the nerds that were swirling around like vultures. Do I actually want wine? Where am I getting wine from? Oh, maybe I should have done wine in this city. Now I has regret. Well, long term it'll be fine, but this is probably the best place to do this because it will actually make the city very productive very early, and you know what? It'll help out. Make a little corporation. By the way, if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing here, is I'm making an industry, and industries give you a boost based on the resource. So right here, I'm getting 20% culture in a city that's producing almost no culture, I will add. However, this can be upgraded. It also upgrades the tile, and it can be upgraded to a corporation later on with the use of a great merchant, which the industry gives you +1 great merchant point, so it actually helps you to earn those great merchant boys. You can see here I'm earning 6 great merchant points, which is actually roughly average. I think when I get some of these commercial hubs up, I'll probably start running projects because some of the late game great merchants are actually very, very valuable. Russia is just cranking out units ever since that resolution passed that made units cheaper. But we can take the city of Tula off his hands. Yoink! Just a lot of wall building. I guess I should get the Prasat first. Kind of like the idea of getting the salt industry in this town, and so I shall. I'm curious though, am I actually getting any benefits? No, I don't quite have a monopoly on anything. I'd probably have to conquer a significant larger portion of America, the continent America here, in order to get any possible monopolies. So we may look into doing that. Or at the very least, we may use a Nancy to wipe out some of the other people's luxury resources. And that may be worth doing for some of these here. Like olives for sure. If I do a little bit of a search for olives on this continent, there's at least a couple. Because I have 3 olives. So if I got a Nancy back, I could send a Nancy to go clear out some of these olives. I would need to get open borders with Ethiopia, which would be impossible at the moment. But I can always try to get it with Georgia, because Georgia actually do kind of like me enough to do open borders. Speaking of open borders, I'm going to go through and see if I can get open borders with as many people as possible. And why does Ethiopia hate me? So, mostly the fact that I have generated a bunch of grievances from fighting Russia. So I think the big thing is to wipe Russia out and have a bit of a penalty to my grievances for a while, but accept the slightly better circumstances as a result of that. Alright, Hippolyta, do this again. Boom. Start working on Yaroslavel. Hippolyta or Hippolyta or whatever is not going to be around forever. She will be gone soon. And I believe I had been planning on maybe faith purchasing a settler or 2 to see if I can get this island under control. Having a look at it, I think we could get 3 reasonable cities in here. All coastal, of course. 1, 2, 3. And so I'll probably spend a bit of faith getting these cities down. Should I maybe upgrade some of my Domries to Bombards? I'm going to start researching Bombards, because that's an extra 10 combat strength on my Domries, who are starting to feel... Or is it 5 extra combat strength? Sorry, hang on. Only 5 extra combat strength, which is really not that much more. So if I wanted to upgrade my Domries, I think nationalism is the way to go. So I'll delay conservation by a few turns and just grab nationalism. Let's grab another copy of olives, because we would really like to establish a monopoly there. Russia is still begging me for peace, but I refuse. I'll vote down this emergency because I don't want to be in an emergency war. That looks like I managed to pull that off. Nice, we got our very first archaeological museum. I will be delaying that though, because medieval walls make a little bit more sense right now for me. Pretty important that I get those medieval walls up very early into the game. What am I going to do in this city actually? Perhaps another district would be in order. Maybe a harbour here, a water park here, and a theatre square there. Yeah, that seems like it could work. Beowulf has been doing work for me, just deleting units left, right, and center. Shoot there, reaffirm this unit, grab shells. I think it would be nice to actually bring in a couple of extra Domries here from the east, just because there's so much fighting going on here. And I don't have a very good angle from here to approach the city. Domry, forward, shoot the city. Hippolyta, forward, refresh the Domry. Just keep blasting. Beowulf has done his job. I'm going to get him back to heal now. Otherwise, progress here is moderately slow. We're clearing stuff out, but it's taking its time. This guy will take a lot of damage here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they will at least also do a lot of damage. Like, considering the city has Renaissance walls and we broke down 50 health of those walls already, that feels pretty good to me. Refuse peace. No peace for you, bud. Alrighty then. Which Domries do we want? Which Domry do we want to refresh? I think it's obviously this one. This one has the most combat strength. Although, actually, I could just take forward observers of this guy and fire from this position next turn anyway. So we'll just use our regular Domries here. Get this one over here leveled up a little bit quicker. So we'll use Hippolyta's command. Lovely. Not much point in attacking the city directly. Crossbowman is naturally being very annoying, pillaging my things. Of course, of course, of course. Now, I'm building walls in all of my cities for one very simple reason. It's because I'm only one technology away from conservation here, or one civic rather. I am picking up nationalism first, but once you pick up conservation here, it says you receive tourism from walls, and you receive tourism from the walls based on the level of the walls. You receive 1 tourism from the first level of walls, 2 from the second, and 3 from the third. So, I almost said third. Okay, I've been trying not to, even though I'm Irish, alright? So you can see here, provides 1 tourism after advancing to the conservation civic, provides 2 tourism after advancing to the conservation. So if we pick up conservation and we build all 3 levels of walls in every city for, you know, half price on our walls, because remember we are having limes plugged in, we're getting 6 tourism per city, which is really good value. That's 6 baseline tourism the second we have that tech unlocked, and combined with the fact that we are going for monarchy, we get +1 housing per level of walls and +2 diplomatic favor for every Renaissance wall. It all just works out really, really nicely together. Would be kind of cool to get corporations. I'm not too far off getting my first guy. Although flight is like the big thing here, because it starts to mean that our prasats with 10 population, in cities with 10 population, will generate 10 tourism each. And most of my cities are getting close to the 10 population mark that have prasats. Like over here, for example, we're getting to 7. So in combination with all the housing we get and all the food we get from our things, we'll start to generate a ton of extra value here. St. Petersburg is basically finished doing what it needs to. The only thing I would maybe consider getting in here is an aqueduct, and that would be nice because even though this wouldn't be adjacent anymore, it still would get +2 food. So if I get the aqueduct in here, it'll give me a ton of extra faith, which translates into a ton of extra science and culture and all those other jazzy snazzy things. Let's take crew weapons on this guy. It's a lot of trebuchets here. But the good thing is we have a Domri now with 3 range, which basically means we can siege down any city in the game however we want. Let's step you to the left and wake this guy back up because he does the most damage. Boosh. The city is already now devastated. In fact, I feel safe attacking with Hippolyta because she heals 20 health per turn naturally. And then I may even turn this guy into a bombard to be combined or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure those sorts of things out. We are close to getting a very, very big upgrade in our army though, which I'm very excited about. Bombards and combining units. Hippolyta has died, which is unfortunate. However, I can reclaim her, and I will, and then immediately teleport her to the front line again for use next turn. God, I love units with 3 range are actually kind of semi-broken in my opinion. It is kind of just crazy how good they are at being able to project power. And these trebuchets are scary. I guess they have Defender of the Faith, and I never spread my religion in here. Russia must only be down to like his last couple of cities. He's only got Moscow left, so I think he's down to 2 cities. So if I can break him in the next 10 to 20 turns, I think that should be totally doable. Yeet the olives. Finish that tech for me. Lovely. In fact, that may open up options for me for combining units that I didn't have before. But the nice thing is too that should... I think you have to reload your save file to make this update, but it should bring that down to 8, and then I should have 50% control. Let's test that theory. I'm saving the game as forced reload. I come back in here. I load the forced reload. Boom, we reloaded. Let's check the resource screen. And... yes, 4 out of 8 means I do now have a monopoly. It's not a very strong monopoly, but it is a monopoly. It should theoretically give me a boost to my tourism. Although actually I've heard maybe you need to oh my god, they have so many shots here from these trebuchets. That's really obnoxious. They're just killing a Domri every turn by like mass shooting at them. Trebuchets just do like crazy amounts of damage, I guess. Step you there, you step forward, promote with shells. You come forward, promote this guy, shoot there. Where's Beowulf? Get him in position to take the city. We've got all the walls in here. In terms of growth, how do we feel about this city? Let's do an audit of this city. It's got mostly improved tiles. It is lacking a little bit in food. If I have a look here, it's got surplus 18 actually, which should be more than enough to grow all the way to 20 population. It may want more surplus food. Is there a way for me to get more? Yeah, I guess if I were to get a builder, finish this aqueduct, place 2 farms here and here, that's exactly what I am going to do. So I'll just set that up. Boosh, boosh. I think trade routes to Pedro here would be nice to get extra gold from them. I do want to start trading internationally very, very soon, which the conquest of Russia will help with. In terms of duplicate luxuries, they're probably going to vote down pearls, so I will just also vote down pearls because I don't know anyone else who has any pearls. Oh, they actually chose olives. That's a huge dick move. Okay. Additionally, in our capital, we've also finished all the basic infrastructure now. It's about just advancing along. I reckon we could do a bit of stuff up here, get those horses improved. Not a whole lot we need to do in here in terms of builders. We can kind of just go for the coal power plant now, I reckon. Let's faith purchase the harbour in here so we can force the city to grow with a shipyard and granary purchase. And now the city, from working these coastal tiles, should be able to make excessive growth. And then I think I'll shoot Moksha off somewhere. Yeah, I think I might put Moksha up here so I can get the harbour and the water park up here done real quick. Beowulf can take this city for me now. Yoink. We'll naturally be keeping it. I guess I should spam out like an extra missionary or two to see if we can convert these. Shoot there. You combine. You wake them up. Step back in here. Become a bombard. And while that is only +5 combat strength, they do have the attack after moving and +3 or +1 to range, so they'll still be really, really strong. It's about time I started getting all my archaeologists now. So a lot of archaeological museums are going to be getting queued up. Kill him. You kill him. Refresh my bombard. Kill there. Fall back to heal. So Moscow will fall, I reckon, in the near future. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can actually reach this city from this spot, which means just consistent damage every turn if I use Hippolyta to shoot twice with you. One shot, step forward, wake this boy up, switch, shoot, you come forward, we can start converting the city. Perfect. Already hammering Moscow. I think that's his last city, which means we win the war. Let's hire a unit from this to speed this up. It's 10 turns away from advancing. Oh dear, this is actually one of the worst spots he could have spawned. Ouch. Please kill the musket man. Okay, I didn't get the kill, but whatever. Shoot once, refresh, shoot again, convert. So 2 turns from now, once we finish conservation, we should see my tourism per turn absolutely begin to skyrocket. We're only making about 121 per turn right now, which has translated into a few tourists, about 7. But this number should jump up, say about 50 to 60, which isn't massive, but it is really consistent tourism. And that's the important thing there, is that the tourism that we're getting from it is really, really consistent. So we have 2 really big techs coming up for us. One is flight and the other is conservation. Once we have both of those, massive tourism gains. I'm actually really, really excited for it. I'm sitting on a ton of faith, so maybe it's time for some builders. Yeah, let's just go around and grab a few builders here and there. Especially with conservation finishing, some of these things are going to want to be retooled and improved. So if I just go through and buy builder after builder after builder after builder, you get the point. You get the idea here. We're getting lots of builders. Boom. There is flight. And now we're making 200 tourism per turn. So we almost doubled our tourism just in a single turn. If we go to our map mode now and we look at these, see we're getting 10 tourism from a lot of my holy sites. I just need to get my population up to 20 in a lot of these cities, and that's an extra 10 tourism per turn. That's going to be a little bit of a priority for me. It'll be a bit of work to get some of these cities to 20 population. I may not be able to get all of them up there, but I'll get as many of them as I can. Still a few good wonders hanging around like Mont Saint-Michel. Not that I need it. I do think it's time. I'm going to spend a good chunk of faith now getting trade routes, particularly international ones. So like if I purchase a trader in Tompang Svei, I can start trading with Ethiopia. I'd like to start trading with Brazil. So I'll throw a trader down in this city. I could trade with Vietnam in the not too distant future. Okay, so how is converting the city going? Boom, we have neutralized things. Okay, cool. Skadoosh. Skadoosh. Hippolyta steps back, refresh, and shoot, and then run up, and then attack. Oh man, is it close. This is the turn that Russia meets their maker. We also picked up conservation, and we're up to 256 tourism, which is one of the computer numbers, I believe. It's one of the multiples of 2, if my memory does serve. So, trying to cripple battery use culture is probably my next major goal. And before she hates me, I'm going to see if she'll sell me her great works. Yes, 65 gold per turn for relics. Maybe that's not worth it. I could buy a relic off of Dido for only 22 gold though, so I will take that one. 46 gold for the Blood of the Martyr. Alright, that cost me a lot of my money. Let's see if we can sell some stuff off to bring our economy back in line. Alright, we got a bunch of strategics up on offer. Boosh, boosh. I'm just going to go through all of these trade deals, sell off whatever I can, get as much as I can. Now that we have conservation, let's pick up urbanization. Neighborhoods could be useful this game. This is one of the best parts of the game. It's when you can start laying down forests in bad production tiles. Can I really not reach this guy's cities? Is this a meme? Does he have no way to get up onto his continent? You have to settle a coastal city, dude. I have to purchase a settler and settle it on this piece of land just so I can trade with this dude. Oh my god, it's the same thing with Brazil. I wanted to trade with you, Brazil. I guess I can hit Curitiba, but that trade route's going to get plundered 100%. 100%, dude. Do I want to put my citrus industry here? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's just throw down the citrus industry. We do have a monopoly. I think we need one more olive for Monopoly. Like, we need to get rid of one more olive for a full Monopoly. But that first Monopoly should mean, yeah, 60% more tourism from luxury resource monopolies. Very cool. There's a bit of work to get that online, but now that it's online, things should go much smoother for me. Boom, Moscow, yoink. My city, thank you. Russia will not stand the test of time. That's +5 era score. I will be keeping that city. I forgot to convert it. Would have been an extra 3 era score, which may actually make the difference here with only like 14-ish turns left on this era. Now the downside is here, that is going to give me grievances with everyone on the map. However, those grievances will bleed away over about 20 to 30 turns. So if I can quickly get friendships and open borders and positive relationships, it shouldn't affect me too badly. So I have 2 friendships right now, so I think we'll be fine. And now we could just go into peace. We don't need to be at war anymore. We can just chill out. I really need you to stop doing whatever this is that you think you are doing. This is not okay. Whatever these barbs are doing is not okay. I think we head for economics, then we pick up radio, then we pick up computers. That's like the normal late game tech path. Pick up economics for corporations. We head to radio for seaside resorts. And then we head to computers for flood barriers and the 25% tourism boost. This place definitely needs a builder to improve some of these coastal tiles. But man, is this city cranking away. It's time to get these walls in here. I love, just look how much faith, science, culture the city is generating from working these coastal tiles. It's a thing of beauty. I really should get the shipyard in here before I continue to do anything else. But I think I'll buy that because that would actually be a huge production boost for this city. But I mean, with Russia dead, I feel like oh my God, I can't even trade with you. I have to like scout you. With Russia dead, I think that puts me in like a very, very commanding position. I'm making 300 science per turn and nearly 400 culture per turn, with most of the AIs being half or less of my culture and science. Like, we are snowballing. And this really, hopefully this kind of stuff demonstrates why a lot of people ask me, Potato, why don't you go to war in your games? This is why. Because you just get so far ahead. If you just kill one neighboring AI and take their land, you just are ridiculously ahead. That's why I often find it's more fun if you play the game vertically. You're trying not to horizontally expand, because horizontal expansion in this game is really, really powerful. Plus, it takes an age to do war and manage a huge empire. Boom! There is urbanization. So we have access to neighborhoods now, and also public transport. So if we can find good spots to put these neighborhoods on, we'll be able to get like +4 food, +2 production per neighborhood, which is pretty damn nice, because that's a lot of growth. So I reckon that's going to formulate a part of our late game strategy to get the extra growth we need, is to try to find good spots to put our neighborhoods in every city. But that's going to be maybe not the highest priority. We do have conservation, so we can play around with appeal a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and head towards ideology now. The in-between texts don't matter too much. I guess I can pick up opera and ballet for the extra envoys and then head to ideology. Let's plug in military research for the extra little bit of science from walls. Now my question is, how badly do I want scripture plugged in? It is 48 faith, but maybe something like liberalism would be a little bit better. The extra 15 amenities could work out really, really powerfully for me, because that would apply to a bunch of my cities. If I go check my city report screen here, you can see most of my cities are happy and could potentially be bumped up to content with all those extra amenities. So, maybe I could plug in retainers and liberalism. That way I'm getting 3 amenities in every city with a garrison and a district, and then I could use my faith to buy units to maximize the amount of things I'm getting. Because if I go in here now and I check my cities, every single city is content, but I think I can actually boost that up higher by like faith purchasing archers. Like, boom, faith purchase an archer, refresh the city, now it's up to +2 amenities. Like, that's disgustingly so cheap. So cheap to be able to do this. And I mean, while archers aren't the most useful thing in the world to have, at the very least, it provides me with a unit capable of shooting, and it makes my military score look a little bit better than it actually is. And then the amenity is just like gravy on top. So I'll probably try to get an archer in every city over the next few turns. Boom, we have economics, so we can get corporations now. I'm pretty sure that I had a great merchant laying around somewhere. Why do I remember that? Oh, well, I guess I'm about to recruit one. And I'm also getting a great admiral that'll give me access to coal. I already have access to coal. Which thing do I want to turn into a corporation? Let's have a look at the resource map mode. What have I got a good monopoly over? Olives, I reckon, is the thing to do. So let's get down here and get those olives going. I think I wanted a coastal city here so I could actually trade with these civs. So I'll pop you. Oh, damn it. They took the spices. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll pop you here, I suppose, and then just use this as like a fortress city that defends itself. All right, we have a fully built holy site aside from the stupa in here. Just go for a harbor. Yeah, as I suspected, we would start getting pillaged by all this. A little bit unfortunate. Maybe I should recruit things, but having cheap archers is also nice. I'm waiting for this thing to turn into a city-state, so it'll convert here very, very soon, and that'll mean I'll stop getting pillaged. I have a lot of pearls actually under my control. I should totally set up... Oh, wait. I have a pearls industry. I should maybe make that into a pearls corporation. Maybe. Is that what I want to do? I'm not sure. I suppose making the ironclad is nice because it will give me the era score I need to guarantee a golden age, but I had plenty of time to do that anyway. Let's start trading with Vietnam. These are really, really good trade routes, and we're mostly looking for the actual tourism boost from trading with them. I've been kind of neglecting my trade routes for a very, very long time, but that will end soon. That much I promise you, the viewer. All right, so if you're wondering why I'm settling this city, it's because I can't trade with Ethiopia, and you need to trade with other civs in order to get the tourism boost. But if I settle this city right here, boom, now it acts as a port. And so I should be able to actually trade with Ethiopia because I'm pretty sure there's no embargo. I think you have to wait a turn for it to refresh or something. But yeah, in theory, that should give me a route to trade with them. Oh yeah, I can still faith purchase things. You know what? Let's just faith purchase the harbor in here, get it out of the way, then quickly faith purchase an archer to garrison. I'll probably wait another couple of turns because there's a couple of other things I could faith purchase in here. Come on, do you guys want to convert or what? Or are you just going to keep annoying me? Right, let's make our very first corporation. This will be the Extra Chad Olive Oil Corporation. I don't remember if I've already made that joke or not, but that's the first joke that came to my head. It's going to be a tradition. Right, I reckon the thing to buy here is the water park. We'll buy that water park, boosh. That's locked in. Get myself a stupa as well for the little bit of extra faith. And then I'm basically done with Moksha in here. So like I can send Moksha off somewhere else like Vayad Pura. Or maybe I could use Moksha down here to develop some of these cities. Rajavahara will need help, so I think Moksha will be sent to there. Yes, look, see, now I can trade through this city. This city now becomes passable to my trade routes, so I can start trading with Ethiopia at long last. My God, this took forever. That'll improve my relationship with him. And if I go to the trade screen from the Better Trade Screen mod, you can see I now have the extra tourism active from that. Because my tourism is starting to get up to a reasonable number, I'm starting to chip away at the tourism victory. I'm at 16 out of 129. Dude, I found in the supermarket there's this like Meridian company that makes like peanut butter and just nut butters in general, like almond butter and all these sorts of things. And I discovered a thing called cashew peanut, like cashew butter. Oh my God, I did not realize I loved cashew nuts so much. It is so damn tasty. If you ever get a chance to try some cashew butter, you take that chance immediately. I am telling you right now, you will not regret the majesty that is nut butter. That sounds so wrong. It sounds so wrong. So we have railroads now. I could start making railroads in a couple of these cities. Where's my encampment city? They're all like over here, Concord, right? Yeah, so I'd have to get a couple of military engineers and link up my roads. Is that worth the micro? I don't know. I don't know if it's actually worth doing. Got 7 turns of monumentality left. Let's snag ourselves. Ooh. How is global warming going? Global warming hasn't really begun in earnest. So let's snag ourselves our last settler. Let's double check the settler map mode. Is there anywhere else that I want to like squeak a settler in? Let's search by the luxury map mode, right? Could I squeak one in there? No. Okay. All right. Like where could I squeak? There's a bunch of pearls up here. If I were to settle, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So you could grab that one. If I were to settle here, I would get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would get 5 pearls from settling up here on this tile. I would get 4 pearls from settling on this tile. Yeah, I think I go for it actually there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get those 2 settlers out. So I'll get 2 more settlers. One from up here to grab these pearls. Because I think actually a pearls monopoly, if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pearls, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4 more pearls, that's 9 more pearls. That would bring me up to almost 50% control. And there's still a bunch of pearls down here that I haven't claimed that I could using purchasing and Anansi to delete them. So hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to go for the pearl settles. I could definitely get a monopoly there, which would be a nice tourism boost. It's a lot of effort for a boost, but I think it's worth. So I'm going to start burning coal, which does mean global warming is going to become an issue. I'll need to keep an eye on that, or climate change rather, not global warming. The climate, it is a changing. I went through my mainland empire and I planned out a bunch of neighborhoods. So like Lingapura is going to build one here, Kampong Sve is going to build one here, Priya Vihar is here, Bahar Var is here, Angkor Thom is here. So I have most of my cities have a neighborhood placed. I think the only one that doesn't is this one here, and that's because neighborhoods actually represent a huge amount of value once you have the public transport card plugged in and also pick up the shopping mall card. And because we didn't go for theater squares early, we're not really pulling in a lot of tourism from these. I guess in theory, if I were to go to do some purchasing and look for great works, I could maybe buy some great riders, but Russia was the guy who got most of them. I mean, Menelik has a few, Batriu has a few, England has a few, but she hates me. So she's probably going to ask me to pay like an absurd price for them or not be willing to trade at all. So I think I'm going to have to rely on using my production to create tourism from things like that. There's Auckland. Ooh, Auckland spawned. Finally! I've been waiting for Auckland this game. So that's huge. Auckland gives you +1 production in all your shallow water tiles and +1 extra production when you reach the industrial era. And we are about to hit the industrial era. So this is like perfect timing in Auckland. That's going to be a massive amount of coastal production, in particular because a lot of my cities are coastal, right? Almost every single one of my cities is working some coastline. Like especially this city over here just became amazing. So Auckland is now a tier 1 city-state for me to keep control of. Cardiff could also be useful because of the extra power. I do wish this was like +1 production from harbour buildings, but whatever. It might be good for me to take control of Zanzibar too, because I am going hard on amenities. I definitely want control of Antananarivo. It's a lot of culture, and taking that away from another player prevents them from getting that benefit. I'm only getting a 6% boost to my tourism, which in terms of quantity is quite small, but actually is a lot, right? Because it's 24 culture per turn, which is a huge bonus. But more importantly, I'm preventing Batriu from taking advantage of it, because if I go look at her great people, she's actually recruited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 great people. So she'd be getting a 16% increase in her tourism, or in her culture, which is 16% more tourists defensively that I have to overcome. So just taking that away from her is just absolutely a benefit. I think I just walked a unit to the north that I did not mean to. Boom. Theater square, amphitheater. I'm going to have to just start killing resources here because I'm not seeing luxuries that I care about. There's radio. We have access to seaside resorts and we're only a few turns away from getting our hands on computers for the extra 25% tourism across our empire. Speaking of tourists, we're already up to 28, so that's feeling pretty good to me. We got our very first power plant, I think. Or maybe it's not my first one, but we got one in our capital. So now we have power going to all of our cities, at least nearby. And this hits most of the cities up north. If I could get extra range on them, it would hit them all. But I think I do have like an industrial zone or two kind of scattered around. And that can make up for some of the lack of range. But this is going to be super useful because if I go for any late game buildings, it means my life is going to be a little bit simpler. Also, this is funny. I really like that sometimes when your cities are like constrained in their borders, they claim tiles that are too far away from them that they can't actually use. So it's really, really important that you check your Empire map mode, which is the 9 key on your keyboard. Make sure your cities haven't claimed too many tiles and just take them back. Take them back for the cities that need them and encase that city the way that it belongs to be. So make it 500 faith per turn. I just got a governor title. I think I'm going to hold it for Canticle, so I can start using cultists to get relics, because I do have the reliquary belief, so that's going to be super useful. All right, let's settle the Pearl of the Khmer right here. This city exists to get pearls. Like that is its entire purpose. Like every single one of these builder charges is going to pick up pearls. I got my very first artist, but I don't actually have an art museum. The good thing is I do have room in a lot of my cities to just throw down these great works. And I'm pretty sure my relationship with a lot of these civs should start at least neutralizing because they don't hate me as much as they should anymore. There's like a few players with grievances, but those should bleed away pretty quick. I'm basically expecting my my relationship with the world to stabilize a little bit over the next episode or two. I'm also yeeting all of Georgia's luxuries in here to just try to like hurt their empire. All right, nice. The world enters the industrial era. Cool. We just picked up mass media, so we could get the Cristo Redentor if we want. And I do want that. So I reckon I'll come over to my capital and see if I could build that somewhere in here, because this city is really, really good production-wise. And a 20-turn investment into Cristo Redentor for to have your tourism from relics not be diminished in a game where we have reliquaries and we have cultists available now. I think Cristo Venator is just absolutely the right choice here if we want to go for a fast tourism victory. We're already at 35 out of 146. We are, I think, top science actually as well. Yeah, we are arguably top science. We're a few techs behind, but we should catch up very quickly. We are leading in the culture victory. We're leading in a domination victory. We're not quite leading in the religious victory, but we are leading in faith. This is just the Khmer, by the way. This is the Khmer, right? If you get left alone, if you get an opportunity, you just win the game. That is how powerful the Khmer are. They are insane. I love the new Khmer, having a blast playing this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!